Guys, deluded. I'm back again. A quick video. I'm not gonna keep you guys here long, and I believe the loan system, the loan market in regards to England is still open. I don't know when the loan transfer window closes and things like that. If you're a supporter of a Championship club or a League One, League Two, and them things, you're probably more clued up on that aspect than me. So I do believe it's still open. But if I just go on my initial thinking, the transfer window is closed, isn't it, in regards to England. And there was a lot of young players, specifically on the under 23s, that have been highly rated upon a time, clearly talented, mixed success on loan. And because of the new manager, not really having a look in, the pecking order, they had a lot to consider this window. And some of them are still at the club, so it's telling. Firstly, Zelalem. Now, he's just come back from injury. I believe he played against Bournemouth in the friendly. He's just come back from injury, but he's got a big season. I think he has a year left on his deal. I mean, you can't rule out him not making it at Arsenal because he has the technical ability, but his stock has fallen. So you'd probably think this season is about getting the consistency and confidence and competency back. I don't know, I was trying to say two words at once there. And then go next season and go and have a better future in regards to your career as a whole. If go and find somewhere in Holland or in England or any top league where they'll put faith in you. You'll play first team games and stuff like that. Because I mean, it does look like your stock has fallen to its lowest. You still can have a good future for the USA and you yourself in general, and you've got the technical abilities to be. For me, I personally believe if you threw him in a first team game, he'll hold his own technically, but you need a bit more from him, similar to Joe Willock. So he's got a lot to think about. Jay De Silva. 1 minute he's staying, 1 minute he's going. Allegedly, he was there at the early stages of pre-season. Now he wasn't there at the official first team protocol. Apparently, he's doing training sessions or personal training sessions by himself. He wasn't on the release list, if I remember rightly, when Arsenal released their players. So we don't know in regards to his future if talks are still going on or if he's busting out or what abroad or whatever in it. But him again, Joe Willock. Joe Willock is ahead of him. Probably could have done with some of the chances Joe Willock got. Art Wenger rated him highly, but if you're honest, with the midfielders of Gudezy, Xhaka, Ramsey's future is up for debate, but he's still here. Maitland-Niles, you can believe you can do it, but there's a lot, including Willock, who's not even in the first team. There's a lot ahead of you. So if I was him, for all the talent and as much as I might like Arsenal, I'd have to consider my future. There was talk of him going to Birmingham on loan, but again, we don't know if the guy's still at the club or not. At least I don't. So yeah, I'd consider my future. Possibly you're thinking he's at that age, he's 19, I'm so sure he's 20 in October, forgive me if I'm wrong. At that age, you kind of need to play football. Under 23s had a good season last year and he was central to that, winning the under 23s title and reaching the final. Shout out to the under 18s for the FA Cup final as well. But you probably need to move on and make them next inroads into your career. Peg Lawoso, Peggy the centre-half of Spain, this counts of as well. Steffi Mavididi, very highly rated, a very good striker, has a lot, can have a decent career. He's been very unlucky, to put it mildly, with injuries. Every time he gets going and gets fit and firing and showing his skill and scoring a couple goals, he gets injured again, whether it's his hamstring or knees or wherever he's been injured. It's sad. But he's like 2021 now, where he needs to find someone a permanent home rather than coming back every summer. You're at Arsenal, but you're not. He can play on the flanks as well as up front. Obviously, up front is a tough arts. He's got an Eddie Nketiah who's a year or 2 years younger than him, ahead of him in the pecking order. You've obviously got Aubameyang and Lacazette up there as well. So there is a chance he can make it here or secure a place on the flanks. We can't rule it out. But if I was him, if I'm not kind of being, I don't want to say assurances because no young player deserves assurances, but if you're not kind of in the, you can kind of gauge if you're in the manager's thoughts. If you're being selected to go and train with the first team in training, if Unai Emery is talking to you and things like that, and just being critically able to critically assess yourself in regards to the other targets, I'd consider my future. Nico, why do I keep calling him Nico Bilic, man? That's just GTA, isn't it? Christian Bilic. Very highly rated when he arrived in 2015. He's 21 years of age in January. Loan spell at Birmingham was good, then he got injured. Warsaw, he's injured. I'm so sure he didn't make an appearance. With Chambers on loan, there's an opportunity for him to grab some games, but at the same time, 21, so many options ahead of you in regards to centre half and midfield. I believe Unai Emery should kind of include you because you can be his sort of toy in the sense that he likes a half-back, someone that can step out of midfield into defence or vice versa. Or if it's free at the back, someone that can ball play, and you're with that. You're just lacking in experience. But signed for 2.5 million. If we get that back, the club won't care. It's peanuts, but we made the money back. You should consider your future as well. Ben Shafe, another one highly rated by Wenger, made his debut, went Stevenage on loan, played in midfield as well. That was a poor loan spell to League Two, in my opinion, just because it felt like a lazy loan. Nothing against Stevenage or his time there. But again, similar to Bielik, there's too many people ahead of you. You're in your 20s, turning 21. You've got a lot to consider now. I know he left West Ham to make it here at Arsenal, and they rate him highly. But at the end of the day, as much as I like him, there comes a time where you need to be honest with yourself. And if I'm these players there, not because I don't believe I can make it at Arsenal. It's just I just would want to make it as a professional footballer in my own right. I'd consider my future, and maybe it's not here at this club. Again, I don't know for the loan market. I still think it's open, so these players could secure loan moves at some capacity elsewhere, whether that's in England or at some capacity at some level or abroad, or even depart the club permanently abroad. We can't rule these things out, but we'll see what happens in that regards. But if I was them, I consider at least if I don't want to consider my long term, I definitely consider going out on loan for sure. I don't want to be stuck with the under 23s because I do believe this level isn't going to serve any of the players I've listed really, to be honest with you. But on that note, guys, Deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. My socials are in the description. Deluded Guna04 and everything. Snapchat is dguna04. Yeah, man. YouTube's Lucas Torreira. YouTube's Lucas Torreira is out here, man. YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Fuck it. YouTube's N'Golo Kante. I'm out here, man. I don't know what I'm saying both, but yeah, man. I'm out now. Bang.